All right, let's dive into a truly mind bending vision for the future. We're talking about the future of AI, of robots, and really humanity itself. And this vision comes from two of the heaviest hitters in tech today, Elon Musk and NVIDIA's Jensen Huang.
Just think about that for a second. Work will be optional. It's an absolutely wild prediction from Elon Musk, and it really sets the stage for everything else we're about to unpack. So, where does this crazy idea come from? Well, it was part of this incredible conversation between Musk and Jensen Huang. And they didn't just talk about the next shiny piece of tech. Nope. They laid out a roadmap for a future that starts with something they call AI factories, right here on Earth, and ends with intelligence being generated out among the stars. It's a journey that's going to completely reshape our world.
Okay, so how in the world do we get to a future where your job is basically a hobby? Well, according to Musk and Huang, it all starts with building an entirely new kind of infrastructure. And we're not just talking about faster computer chips. We're talking about two massive foundational pillars, these AI factories and a whole new army of robot workers. Jensen Huang really hits on a crucial point here. The very idea of what a computer does is changing. For decades, computers were kind of like super fast librarians. You asked for something, and they went into their digital filing cabinet and retrieved a document that already existed. But that's not what's happening now. Now, they generate brand new stuff. Every single time you ask a large language model a question, it's creating a totally unique answer right there on the spot. This is a fundamentally different type of computing, and you can't run it in the same old buildings. And that's exactly why we need a new kind of building. This move from just retrieving old data to actively generating new intelligence, well, our old data centers just aren't cut out for it. To create intelligence at a massive scale, you need what Juan calls an AI factory. It's a facility that's engineered from the ground up not to store stuff, but to constantly churn out intelligence. But, just thinking up all this intelligence is only half the battle. The other half is actually doing something with it here in the physical world. And for that, well, this is where Elon Musk drops another bombshell prediction about humanoid robots. So what does this world even look like? Musk paints a picture where having a humanoid robot is as normal as having a smartphone. They'd be in our homes, they'd be working in every single industry. And for Musk, this isn't just about making our lives easier. He genuinely believes that this combo of AI and robotics is the key to creating a future with so much abundance that it could literally wipe out poverty for good. So you've got these AI factories thinking, and these robots doing. This isn't just some tech upgrade, right? This is something that fundamentally rewrites our entire relationship with work. So, what actually happens to our society when the whole idea of having a job starts to fade away? Yeah, this is the big one, isn't it? The question on absolutely everyone's mind. If AI and robots can do pretty much everything, what's left for us? What's really fascinating is that Musk and Huang have slightly different takes on this, but they kind of fit together. Musk is looking way out, maybe 10 or 20 years, and he sees a future where work is genuinely optional. It's something you do for personal fulfillment, not because you need a paycheck. Huang, though, he's a bit more focused on the here and now. He doesn't think our jobs are going to vanish overnight. Instead, he thinks they'll transform. AI is going to make us so incredibly productive that we'll actually be busier because we can finally chase down all those ideas we never had the time or resources for. And Huang has this perfect real-world example to back this up. Remember when everyone was saying AI would make radiologists obsolete? Well, the exact opposite happened. AI became an amazing tool that made them so much better and faster at their jobs that they could help more patients and provide way better care. So the demand for radiologists actually went up. Productivity didn't kill the job, it supercharged it and created more opportunity. Okay, so just when you think you've got your head wrapped around this massive transformation happening here on Earth, Musk takes the whole conversation and launches it into orbit. He argues that the real, ultimate future of AI isn't on this planet at all. It's in space. To really get why Musk thinks AI's destiny is in space, you have to start with this one absolutely staggering number. The Earth only gets hit by 1/2 billionth of all the energy the sun pumps out. All the rest of that power is just gone, radiating out into the void, totally wasted. So how do you possibly power AI's bottomless appetite for energy? Musk lays out this really simple three-step logic. First, he says AI at a global scale is going to need a terrifying amount of electricity. We're talking hundreds of gigawatts. Second, trying to build that many power plants on Earth just isn't going to happen. It's not feasible.
So third, the only logical answer is to go where the energy is unlimited and free. Space.
I mean, when you think about it, the advantages are just huge. Here on Earth, you're always fighting against power limits and spending a fortune on these crazy complex cooling systems. But in space, you've got nonstop solar power 24/7. And cooling, you just radiate the heat out into the vacuum of space. It's simple. Even the solar panels themselves are cheaper because you don't need all the heavy glass and framing to protect them from wind and rain.
Okay, so all of this sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Decades away, maybe? No. And this might be the most jaw-dropping part of the whole conversation. Musk predicts that in just 4 to 5 years, that's before 2030, it will actually be cheaper to run AI computations in space than on Earth. Not in some far-off future, we're talking about the end of this decade.
All right, let's take a deep breath and bring this incredible vision back down to Earth for a minute. With all this money flying around, all this hype, there's a huge question just hanging in the air. Is any of this real and sustainable, or are we just watching a temporary bubble? Is this just another tech bubble that's about to pop? It's the elephant in the room. And Jensen Huang was asked this exact question. His answer was amazing. It was the super clear, structured breakdown of the real economics driving this whole revolution. Huang says no way, this is not a bubble. This is a new reality. And he gives 3 fundamental reasons why. First, he says Moore's law is basically over. We can't just make chips smaller and faster forever. That's forcing the entire industry to shift to a new way of computing called accelerated computing. Second, the very engine that runs the internet, all those recommendation algorithms on TikTok, on Instagram, they're all being rebuilt on this new type of hardware. And third, the AI that we all see and talk about, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the top layer of a massive industrial revolution that's happening underneath.
So when you put all those pieces together, what we're watching isn't just a new product cycle. It's a truly historic transition. We're moving from an economy that was built on energy to one that was built on digital information. And now, we're entering an age where the main commodity is intelligence itself.
And that just leaves us with one final massive question to chew on. For all of human history, our entire society has been built around the fact that labor is scarce and intelligence is scarce. So what happens when, for the very first time, both of those things become truly radically abundant?